Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. Yeah, so today we are going to learn how to stitch a cargo pocket. You see, I have done 3 of them. This is a civil defense uniform. I've done 3, but I left this one last one, so I'll do it together. So please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. All right, so that whenever I drop my videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. So what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. So for our cargo pocket, we are going to check the wideness of the pocket. All right, the wideness is 6 inches and the depth of the pocket is 7 inches. All right, so I'm already cut a piece of fabric we're going to use to fix it. So look at the piece of fabric here. So we're going to measure our pockets. Let's see if it can give us, okay, the fabric is long enough. So we're going to mark 1.5 inch out. Just follow me carefully. Follow me. Don't fast forward anything, please. Follow me. Mark 1.5 out and then mark the length of the pocket, all right, which is 7 inches. You see, I've marked 1.5 out. I've marked 7 inches. So I'm now going to, I need 2 straight lines. Just follow me. I normally fast forward my videos, but this very one I didn't fast forward because it's in details. If you don't follow me, you'll be lost. Okay, it's a very simple way of fixing cargo pocket. So the wideness of our pocket, first of all, the wideness of this is I'm going to remove 1.5 inch by the side. Just watch me. I'll remove 1.5 inch by the side. The same thing I remove up here, I'm just going to remove 1.5 inch by that side. Then I'll take the wideness of the pocket. All right, so after getting this straight line, these lines I'm getting are very crucial. They are very crucial. So now I'm going to check the wideness of the pocket, which is 6 inches. So I'm going to mark 6 inches. I'll mark 2 places where I can join with a straight line. Okay, so now we have gotten the wideness of our pocket, and then what is remaining for us now is to see remove 1.5 inch by the side, by the right side. Yes, 1.5 inch this side, and then we'll see remove it downwards. Then we'll trim off the excesses. We're going to see remove 1.5 inch here. So all around our allowance is 1.5 inches. Guys, this is very simple and it's straightforward. All right, don't be too in a haste. Follow me. Not everything will fast forward. All right, this one, let's not fast forward and observe it. So we'll see remove 1.5 inch down. Yeah, yes, 1.5 inch down. So our allowances by the side are strictly 1.5 inch. And this method of cargo pocket is very simple. I'm not cutting any fabric to attach to this fabric. I'm only using one fabric to fold and stitch my cargo pocket. So watch what I'm going to do next. The next thing is I'm going to make notches on, look at, just observe where I'll make notch. Those points, yes, those I'm going to make notch. Just observe on those lines. Please observe. I'm still going to make a notch here on those lines. As those lines are coming ending, I'm making stitch, notches there. See, I'm still going to make here a notch there. Then I'll make the line down as well. Please, I hope you are following. This is quite simple. I'll still make a notch there. Those notches I'm making that are very crucial, all right, to my pocket. So now we'll go to the machine. Let's fold it first. Now we're going to fold this on those lines I drew. You see, I'm going to fold this on those lines I drew. I'll press it because I want it to lie this way. When I fold this now, I'll get the shape of my pocket. I'm going to fold this side on those lines. Please don't be lost on those lines. Right. The next thing is downwards. I'll still fold downwards, still on that line. Still on that line. And thank God we made notch by the side. Those notches will still guide us. All right. Mind you, it's only the top of this pocket. Look at this arrow I drew on this fabric. It's facing up. That is the top of the pocket. Look at that arrow. So on the top of the pocket, I didn't make any notch. All right. That is the mark, the opening, the mouth of the pocket. Let's call it like that. The pocket opening. I didn't make any notch there. That is the top. All right. So the next thing is for us to go over to our machine and stitch this. But just look at the way the pocket is looking. It's quite simple. After we are done, we're going to fold it 1/2 inch and press all around like this. See what I'm doing? But we're not going to do that now. I'm just showing you. We'll fold 1/2 inch and press all around like this, but that will be after I'm done with stitching all around. Okay, I want you to get it very, very well. So look at all these notches that are here. First, there's the top of the pocket. I'm going to stitch it. I'm not going to do anything. I'll just stitch it. There's the top of the pocket. I'm going to stitch that. That's the opening, the opening of the pocket, the mouth of the pocket rather. So look at these notches. Now watch what I'm going to do carefully. Just watch now what I'm going to do. See, I'm going to fold this in a way that this notch will meet with the other notch. Can you see that? Then I'll run a stitch on that line. I hope that chalk is clear enough. The lines I drew, look at that line. I'm going to run a stitch on it. It's quite simple. This is where the technicality is. So please, if you don't get it here, you can take it back and watch again. Look at where, just straight. It's a straight line on the chalk I drew before. See, watch again. I will do the same thing to the second side. Just watch. You see how I'm holding it. So this notch goes to meet the other notch at the back, and then I stitch it on a straight line. Guys, this is where the technicality is. Like I said, don't be in a haste to fast forward this video. If you fast forward it, you might miss out so many details. It's a video that I have to watch carefully and follow strictly everything. All right, so you see, the next thing for us to do now, you can see our pocket is already taking shape. The next thing for us to do now is to run a stitch on the edge of this pocket. All right, so it's very, very simple. Now, like I said, this method, you can see, is quite simple. I'm not attaching any extra thing. There is that other method whereby you attach an external attachment by the sides, but this method, you do strictly with the fabric. You don't attach anything extra. You do strictly with the fabric. All right, so when you get to that point, I'm going to fold it inwards. All right, quite simple. Now I would have turned the other way down so that you will look at it down, but I prefer the top stitch showing on what I'm doing, so that's why I didn't turn it the other way. Alright, but you can turn the other way so that you'll be seeing the allowance inside. I think that'll be easier for you if you wish to, but it still makes no difference. The most important thing is that you run a stitch at the edge of that line that you folded. Just watch carefully. Just watch carefully, and we are done. Yes, always remember to trim off threads on your work. Clean work is the watchword. So you see, this is our pocket now. The next thing we're going to do is to take it to the table and fold that half-inch allowance I started folding that I showed you. We're going to do it. You see, there's already a line on it, and then we'll go to the table, press it to take the shape of a cargo pocket, then we'll come back and finish it up. So you see that half-inch I told you about. Look at it now. See how I'm folding it? See, just look at it very well again. I folded inward half-inch and then I bent it like that. So it's quite simple. All right, it's quite simple, but I took time to video it without fast forwarding so that you will not be lost, okay, when you want to do it on your own. So I'll do this side, do the second side, and I'll end up at the bottom. So watch carefully how I'm going to fold the second side. I'll fold outwards, then half-inch inwards. Quite simple, right? So guys, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Give me some joy, please subscribe. All right, I would really appreciate if you can subscribe. So we'll do the same thing to the down part here. We'll fold half-inch inwards. You see, the same thing I did to the side, I'm going to do the same thing with the down part. It's quite simple and straightforward. All right, just watch it carefully. Watch how I'm aligning the edges. Very important. If you don't align the edges like that, you will have issues when you get to the machine and you want to stitch it. Make sure everything is aligned. You use a presser to hold it in place, then you fold finally the remaining side. All right, it's quite simple, as you can see. Use your iron and press it. So I'm taking time to give us this detail so that we'll get it. All right, I just don't, it's not if I want to waste our time, but it's something that if you don't follow it keenly, you might have issues. All right, So you see how it's folded now. See how it is, side, bottom, the other side. You can see. The next thing for us to do now is to carry it and place it on our uniform. This is not just a video I'm doing. This is somebody's work. All right, it's a work I'm doing. I've decided that we'll do this work together. So guys, show me some love. Show me some love by subscribing. So 1.5 inch from the side is allowance I'm giving. 1.5 inch from the button line, 1.5 inch, and then 1 inch downwards. 1 inch downwards. So I'll shift it down a little, yeah, so that it will be 1 inch. 1 inch. So I'm going to use pins now to hold it together. This is what is called pin basting stitch. All right, I use pins to hold it together. Very, very important. Very important. Yeah, I use 2 pins, one down. I'll ensure that it's 2.5 inch allowance, 2.5 inch allowance. Yeah, so that when I'm done, I'm not seeing something else. Okay, very important. So the next thing for us to do now, just to confirm, is to stitch this pocket around. Now look at the way I'm going to stitch it. Can you see? Just the same way I place it and it was lying. I'm not stitching the way that when I finish the down part will be showing. You see, even the way I pressed it, you can see that the down part is not showing. See, when I finish stitching, the down part, the part I'm stitching on now will not be shown. You will not see it. It will be enclosed. It will be covered by this up layer, the top layer. All right, so please just follow me carefully. All right, so please guys, if this video is making sense, please subscribe to my channel. Please, I beg of you, if you can like the video, if you can share the video, you must have made my day. I would really appreciate. Okay, if you can love the video, like it, share it, I appreciate. All right, so the down part now, mind you, we are sewing carefully just on the down part, just on the down part. All right, just follow carefully, and don't allow it to shake. That's why I use that pin there. Okay, don't allow it to shake. Sorry, I had to repeat that. Don't allow it to shake. That's why I use that pin there. If you allow it to shake and the down part is revealing at the end, you will not like it. You can see this side I've finished stitching. The down part is not showing. This is quite simple, guys. Very simple. Very simple. So I think from here now you can easily and comfortably stitch your cargo pocket without any errors, without making any mistake. I think this is simple and straightforward enough. Yep. So we are going to stitch it at the edge here. We'll stitch it so as to the pocket to be aligned at the edge. You see, I'm stitching it, just a simple stitch. I'll do same on the second side so that the mouth will not be flying, the opening of the pocket not be flying. So watch again. I'm going to stitch it here, just a little stitch, like it can be just 1/2 inches from top to down, from the beginning of the pocket down, just 1/2 inch. It's okay. So you can see our cargo pocket is almost set. All right, look at it very well. It's quite simple, friends. It's quite simple and straightforward. You can see it's quite simple and straightforward. So I'll remove this pin now. Yeah, so you see what we have here, simple and clean, without stress. You can see that, without stress, simple, clean, without stress. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to do the opening of our pocket, to do the cover. Right, so mind you, this is the cover. I cut this fabric for the cover, and we'll just ensure that the height of it is 2.5 inches folded. It's 2.5 inches. So the pocket wideness is 6 inches. You also have to stitch it by the side and turn it out so that will come and cover on our pocket. So I'm going to stitch just a little because there's no much allowance. Yep. So the height of this pocket cover, as you can see, is 2.5 inches when folded, which means I cut it to be 5 inches, long, and 6 inches wide, 7 inches wide rather, plus allowance, plus stitching allowance. All right. So it's as simple as that. We stitch it and turn it in out. Okay. And some people might be asking, why am I not using gum? For this civil defense uniform, it's not really necessary to use the gum on it. This is their regular uniform. It's not occasion wear. It's the uniform. Parole every day with it. All right. It's not necessary. The material is already thick. That's the reason. The material is already thick, very thick. It doesn't really require. This is for those of you that know materials. I think this is John Cross. I think so. The material is quite thick. All right. So I'm running a stitch 1/2 inch in around the stitch all around except the open part here. I'll leave it. So the next thing is for me to cover this pocket cover on my pockets, and we are done. All right, so just watch how I do it. So simply I'm going to place the pocket cover here and I'll stitch. Right, you can see that. Consider the wideness of my pocket cover and the pocket itself is the same. The pocket is not bigger or the pocket cover is smaller. No, the wideness is the same, so that when I'm done, the work will be clean and it will be standard. All right, the pocket cover shouldn't be wider than the pocket itself, nor smaller. All right, you need to do it in a very standard way. Yep. So after we're done stitching, let's close the pocket cover. And this stitch we are matching on top of this pocket cover, it's not touching the opening of the main pocket. Don't make a mistake and stitch this. If it touches the opening of the main pocket, it means you have blocked that pocket. You cannot dip your hand in it again. So be very careful that this stitch is not touching the opening of the main pocket, but it's only, on the pocket cover. All right, so that when you are done, you can open the pocket. It's that simple. Very simple. All right, friends, so you can see our cargo pocket is set. You can see this. Please, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on, so that whenever I drop amazing content like this, you will be notified. You can see our pocket very clean without having to add any extra material to it. Just cut the pocket fabric and use it like that. Welcome to Not Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. Thanks for watching.